Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the Skaven Lair. Yup, and today we go see Doc and see if he discharges me and lets me go back to work, or if he makes me take more time off to heal, or what his deal is. Guess we'll find out today sometime, so that'll be pretty friggin' awesome. Also last night I decided, well, I want to take the car out for a quick rip. I wanted to go to the store, get a bottle of ginger ale, some Canada Dry, because I love that kind. So, took the car out for a rip last night, and I posted a picture to the Facebook fan page. You guys probably seen it, where it's all about the power steering. And I say something along the line of GM says it's a, what the frig is it? Selling feature. There we go. Get with it, Adam. And yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, so I had to put that up. But yeah, sure enough, last night I'm taking a drive, and you know, bing, 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 freaking power steering alarm comes on, and I'm like, whatever. I read online that apparently it's a recall, so I'm thinking after Doc's office, I might take a rip over to the GM dealer and see about this recall, and see what it takes to get it fixed. And then, but this is the thing, I'm driving to the store last night, and I hit a friggin' hidden pothole, and the moment I hit the pothole, the service engine soon light turned off, the power steering warning turned off, and everything's fine again. So seeing how this problem started, all because well, it was fine before I parked the car for a week and a bit, and then it started acting up the moment I took the car out for a rip after sitting for a week, and we were getting some pretty nasty weather while I was cooped up in the house. We were getting like minus 40s again and minus 30s and all that shit. So I'm thinking some slush or snot or something got caked into the power assist motor, because this car, unlike standard cars like my Trans Am and a lot of cars out there, it's not a hydraulic based power steering. It's a power assist motor that sits in line. Like, you have your steering wheel, then you have this thing they call the intermediate shaft that goes through a motor, and then off that motor there's another gear that goes into your power steering, like into, I guess, your rack and pinion, that causes the wheels to do all the turning and all that nonsense. Well, when the motor fails, you can still steer, but it's like old school Armstrong rack and pinion steering, right? I'm thinking there was some shit that got caked in there and caused it to act up, and by banging it around, hitting that pothole, something got loose, and all of a sudden the car started functioning properly. So I don't really know too much about it. I'm not a mechanic, but my logic is that because it sat, stuff basically worked its way into places it shouldn't have, and it got kind of dicked over. But by driving it and warming it up and breaking stuff out and stuff, it cleared itself and it's good to go. So, anyhoozle, I'm about ready to head out, so we're going to head out. Also, hopefully the audio is fixed on this camera. You wouldn't believe what setting I have it on right now. I've tried this Mini on so many different settings. I've tried it on the speech, which makes it sound like you're burping into a pop can. Car mode makes it sound really tinny. Bird mode takes away all background noise, and standard makes it sound like crap. Right now I got it on concert mode for recording live events, and now the audio sounds nice and crisp. I wish there was a setting on this camera that would give you full control over the mics, so that you could adjust their gain, you could adjust the bass response, you could adjust the treble response. That's a feature Canon really needs to get. But anyway, I'm about ready to hit the road and head over to Doc's office and see what's really going on. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Yep, really don't understand this car. Right now she's fine. Don't even need to take her in anywhere or do anything. Just get it checked out. Now that I'm back on the road, once Doc gives me my clean bill of health, I need to talk to the exhaust shop and get this fucking loud muffler fixed, because this is driving me bonkers. Because normally this car is pretty quiet, you know, until you drop the hammer. But I actually feel like I'm getting power loss. Like, it doesn't feel like it has as much oomph as it used to have when the exhaust was full and complete. So, you know, makes me wonder if, like, it's obviously that I looked at the breakdown of the exhaust system, and the brake in the exhaust is after the the son of a bitch there, the catalytic converter. So because it's after the catalytic converter, I should be getting enough back pressure from the catalytic converter to avoid having any sort of low back pressure in the exhaust system. Because they say an average car only needs 1 pound of back pressure. Anything more is just caused by suppressing the sound. I don't know. All I know is it's annoying as fuck, and yeah, power steering, fully functional, not giving me any troubles. But last night, the whole reason why I went to the store, which is like right here, is because I wanted that Canada Dry. And like I said, I looked into it, and they said that it's fine to drive the car with the power motor out. It's just anything under 15 kilometers an hour, it's going to be a hooer and a half to turn the steering wheel. And that it was, my friends. That it was. Going to prison. So, yeah. Well, before I go to Doc's office, I'm going to go over to Jules' house. I got her e-juice from Yellick that I got like a month ago that I was supposed to drop off and never did because I kept forgetting to bring it with me, so I got it with me. So we're going to head over there, drop off the juice, and then head over to Doc's and get diagnosed. And hopefully, you said you wanted to talk to me something about the x-rays that they did on me at the hospital. So we'll see what's happening there. And then go from there. So, and after Doc's, I'm probably going to head over to the grocery store, which is the green store over here. Should have brought those empties with me so I can get rid of them. I'm sick and tired of playing the whole move the empties to the freezer and then move them over to the washer and then to the freezer and then to the washer. Every time I want to get in, either or the freezer or washer. But, whatever. I still got a bit of a cough from all this nonsense. But not a big deal. Whatevs. So like I said, I've been tossing and turning about things, and I'm almost tempted to put some money into this car, fix up the exhaust, and get everything fixed up and keep it. But still thinking about a truck. And I was thinking about doing what I did before, where I moved the Trans Am over to Classic Car Insurance, the silver wheel, and then pick up some truck like Rex's, like a 2000, 2002, whatever the frig, I can't even remember what the hell Rex's truck is. Somewhere around there anyway. Just a GMC or a Dodge or, just some sort of a pickup truck. Just to have a pickup truck, something else to drive instead of driving this thing or the Trans Am all the time. And then putting this and the pickup truck under my main insurance, and then have the Trans Am under Classic Car Insurance. Because the Classic Car Insurance for the Trans Am is fucking cheap. It's like $200 a year, and it's covered for $7,500. So right now, it's under my regular insurance, and if somebody were to smash that car in, they'd give me $1,000 and tell me to, get packing. They wouldn't give a shit. Because in the eye of my insurance company, the Trans Am's just an old jalopy, and it's not that big of a deal, so. And it's the only car I own that I actually care about if it gets into an accident. This thing here can get wrapped around a telephone pole for all I care. Wouldn't bother me too much because I have no sentimental attachment to it. But the Trans Am, I've been through thick and thin with that friggin' car, and I'd be pretty upset if she ever died. So, yeah, I don't know. Still tossing around ideas. Do I get rid of this and just buy a pickup, or do I say fuck it and keep this and pick up a used pickup or whatever, no idea. But anyway, I'm almost at Jules' house, so I'm going to end this recording here, people, and we'll tune back in on our way to the doctor's office, or as we leave the doctor's office, something like that. Anyway, talk to you guys in a bit. Peace the frig out. Alrighty, people, just leaving the doctor's office now. Doc gave me my note, told me I seem okay, but he still wants to give me until next Monday just to make sure that I am 100% okay. So, I have the rest of the week off on medical, what does that mean? Which means I have the rest of the week off on medical. So keep an eye on it. He goes, the problem is I thought I had the flu or influenza or pneumonia. It ends up, he says, it was a little bit of everything. The hospital didn't quite tell me all the information, but they FedExed it to him, and he had the whole file there. And he goes, well, they didn't tell you what you had? And I'm like, no, and they just told me influenza. And he's like, well, what kind of antibiotics did they give you? I'm like, none. He's like, no antibiotics. And I'm like, no, man, they just gave me freaking something called Tamiflu. And he goes, okay, that's to kill the influenza. And I'm like, and then they gave me a bunch of puffers. And he's like, well, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I'm telling you what they gave me, man. So he looked it up to see who my doctor was, and went, okay, all right. He goes, I'm surprised they didn't give you some sort of an antibiotic, because they're saying here that you had influenza with bronchitis and mild pneumonia. And I'm like, well, all they gave me was the Atrovent, which is a puffer, the Advair, which is a puffer, and the what the frick was the other one? Ventolin, which is a puffer. Ventolin basically opens up your lungs, and Atrovent and Advair are like I want to say a disinfectant, but that's not right. Some sort of a, viral control agent, lung unblocker, phlegm maker, cougher upper type shit. So he found that really odd and said, well, he goes, I don't want to send you back tomorrow. He goes, because, you feel 100%, but you're still on the mend. He goes, chances are, he goes, I don't want to say it's going to happen, but if I were to send you back to work tomorrow, your body's not 100% yet. He goes, if anybody else at your work is sick, chances are you could get sick again really easily. He goes, I want you to stay home, drink a lot of fluids, keep taking your puffers as scheduled. And he goes, if you're not feeling 100% on Monday, come over and I'll re-examine you. He goes, I guess he said my lungs still sound tight, but I'm breathing fine. I don't feel that bad, so, whatevs. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. But yeah, he said your lungs are still feeling kind of tight, and maybe some more time off will do you good. He goes, we'll clear you for Monday. He goes, but if you notice anything at all as you're in between now and Monday, like coughing up anything that's not phlegm, as in blood or brown or green, get my arse back into that office right away, because I'm going to need more time to heal. What the hell's this? Look at this friggin' sign on the side here. It's all friggin' blinky and shit. CP... I wonder what the frig that is. Oh, who cares? You know what's awesome? My phone right now says overcast, and it's totally snowing. There's not even a chance of snow today, and it's snowing. Freak's sakes. Shows what they know, eh? Sons of bitches. Weather dicks. I asked him about the vape, and he's like, honestly, he goes, I see no problems with it. He goes, it's doing you good, it's keeping you off the real problem, which is the cigarettes. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm down to, currently I went from 24 down to 12 milligrams of e-liquid, of nicotine e-liquid, and I'm going to be dropping down to 6 very shortly. And the whole time I was off sick, I've been vaping 0 milligrams, because the nicotine itself was really irritating my throat, was irritating the bronchitis. And he's like, well, he goes, how was that? Like, did you go out and buy patches or anything? And I said, oh, no, I didn't bother getting patches or nothing. And he's like, well, how'd you deal with the nicotine withdrawal? I said, that's the thing. There was none. He's like, what? And I'm like, I don't think it's nicotine that people get withdrawals from with cigarettes. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, the whole time I said, when I got pneumonia back in 2008, I was raging out because I needed nicotine, to the point where they actually put a patch on me at one point just to try and to calm my nerves. And since I've been vaping, like, I didn't even need a patch. I was vaping some Zero Nic, which has nothing in it, and that was fine. But I don't think it's the nicotine that people get addicted to. I think it's something else in cigarettes that people get addicted to. Another one of the 4,000 chemicals in there that just causes people to go nutty foo-foo. So that's my own personal opinion on that. So I'll have to let my boss know that I'm not coming back until next Monday, and then life will be good. Get back on track and get shit did, and my next paycheck's gonna look pretty shitty, but, well, I get full pay, so that's alright. And not like I really spent any money since I've been off. So that's a bonus too. I was gonna go do groceries, but honestly it's almost 4 o'clock and I hate shopping at this hour. I'm thinking that Food Basics is open till 9 o'clock tonight, so at 8 o'clock I'm gonna run out to Food Basics and restock my shit. And it's usually pretty dead in there at 8 o'clock. You know what the best part about this road is? Not being able to see around fucking snowbanks. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Winter's biggest catastrophe, snowbanks. It's like having a minivan parked at every fucking intersection. Alright, well I'm almost home. I'll check back in once I get there. So until then, peace the frig out, people. Well, while I was out at Doc's office, got myself some vape mail here from Can Vape. We'll crack this open and see what kind of shite we got this time around. Grab Stabby McFerguson here. And okay, so what we have are coils for my iClear 30B. Nice. Bunch of cardomizers. Need those for my cardo tanks. Nice. I have no idea what the heck this is. It's a wick, but for what? Okay. A drip tip. Little drip tip. Yeah, look at this. It's a coil. Why'd they send me a pre-wrap coil? I don't get it. Some more cardomizers for my cardo tanks, because I love that kind. A filler for my cardomizers. Basically, you put this in the top and then you drive it in and you can fill up your cardo without flooding your cardomizer. Sweet. Not sure what's going on here, but they sent me an RDA. What the hell RDA is this? I never ordered this. Look at this thing. What's really going on here? Okay, whatever. We'll play with that later on. And one thing I know I ordered, so all I ordered was cardos, the coils from my iClear 30B, and these two things. Probably saying what the frig are these? Well, they're both the same, so I'll show you. It is for the Pro Tank 2. It's an air control base. So you screw this on the bottom of your Pro Tank 2, and then now you can control your airflow, which is pretty sweet. Because one problem I have with the Pro Tanks is I find they're too tight of a draw, and this here will allow it to be tight or loose depending on what you want. So I'm going to put this to work right now. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, well here we have a Pro Tank. Yeah, it has juice in it. But we're going to go ahead and pop the base off because we're not going to use that part anymore. Just set the tank off to the side. I'm going to take my coil out because I plan on reusing this coil. I just built it. And then we take our new one with the airflow controller. Pop in your coil like a bouse. And then you take your Pro Tank. Screw that onto it like a bouse. Now your oh Jesus. Now your Pro Tank is airflow control. Frig yeah, nut balls. And then we'll slap this back on the device. I'm using it on a Vamo. Check the resistance. 1.4 ohms. Pop on our drip tip. Now it's airy. Now I got it wide open. Oh, perfect. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I always loved the Pro Tanks. I found they're really well done. A lot of people bitch and moan about them, saying that they're too airy or not airy enough. And you know, with this device, you can either make it super airy or super tight. But I'm getting some tank flooding, so I didn't put the base on. So I'm going to dick around with this some more and go from there. So I finally figured out what this tank is. It's called the Octopus. It came pre-built with some Canthal, 28 gauge Canthal on some silica wick. I just got it ready to rock. I put it on the MVP and It's not too bad. I'm probably going to rebuild it at a lower ohm and put cotton in it rather than silica, because I find silica leaves this really weird taste in your mouth where the cotton is just organic and it tastes fine. But for now, it's not too bad, not too bad. So I got to use for the MVP again. Go team me. But anyway, people, that pretty much ends this vlog for today. I'm going to call her quits and get this all edited up and uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully you enjoyed it, what it is. And if you did, click that like button. If you didn't, click that dislike button. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.